Hello everyone, welcome back to the Life of a Woman channel. How are you all? And if you are here for the first time, welcome. My name is Soumya and I make videos on my own life journey, the scientific aspects, the philosophical aspects I encounter in popular culture. In short, the motto of this channel is knowledge driven lifestyle. By the way, this is part 2 of the sleep series I have been doing. If you have not watched the part 1 already, please go ahead and watch it. I will leave the link in the description box below. Please watch it and come back to this video. When I reflected on what is the one key thing I want you to take away from this series of videos, sleep. Don't deprive your body of sleep. When I say sleep deprivation, I not only mean pulling all-nighters. You need to have 7 to 8 hours of sleep minimum. Anything less than that can significantly damage your body's functioning. When I was in college, I used to experience this a lot. I might be struggling in the night studying some complex theorem or equation, trying to remember it, and then I go to sleep. And the next day morning, I am able to remember it very easily. At that time, I didn't know what was happening, but now we know it is the REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep, which reinforces the connections and made me remember the things I studied the day before. So if you are a parent sitting with your children as they are studying late in the night or waking up the children to study early in the morning, please also be mindful. Sleep is one of the key factors in maintaining their memory. Sleep not only helps them improve their memory, it also helps them to remember the things they studied earlier in a better way. What if someone tells you scientists have discovered this amazing treatment which will help you live longer? It will protect you from cancer and dementia. It will reduce the risk of heart attacks and strokes, not to mention diabetes. Best of all, this treatment will help you look slim and more attractive. Imagine if such a treatment were to exist, the amount of people who will be ready to take the treatment, the amount of money they will be ready to spend on such a treatment. Luckily for us, such treatment is available to all of us free of cost. Yes, my friend, it is sleep. The very same old SLEEP, sleep. To convince you further, let's take some of the examples which were mentioned in the ad we discussed earlier and see how sleep affects those diseases. Let's first take dementia. Dementia is a disease which typically affects the elderly, characterized by the loss of memory, reasoning and thinking skills. This is caused by the buildup of a poisonous protein called Beta-Amyloid in brain, and it kills the brain cells. We all know we have a lymphatic system. In the similar fashion, our central nervous system has something called glymphatic system. This glymphatic system is the drainage system of the brain which removes all the debris and poisonous stuff from the brain. And this system has glial cells which sits next to the neurons and spread all over the brain. One of their primary duty is to remove the debris. These cells are mostly inactive during the daytime. In the night when we are asleep, during non-REM sleep time, this glial cells shrinks in size up to 60%, allowing the debris and poisonous things to be removed easily. Imagine as if the buildings in a city shrinks in size so that the municipality crew have the access to nook and cranny of the city and clean it thoroughly. Yes, which is one of the most important toxin this lymphatic system removes from the brain, the very same beta-amyloids. Coincidentally, dementia affects the same part of the brain which is responsible for initiating the non-REM sleep. Now let us take a case of an elderly person who already has got dementia. Now, because of dementia, his or her brain cells are damaged, so there is less of non-REM sleep happening. That means the glymphatic system is not able to remove the debris properly. This causes more buildup of beta-amyloid and it goes on a vicious cycle. Study with diabetes is still more interesting. In a normal person, after a meal or so, the glucose level in our blood is high. At that time, a hormone called insulin instructs the body cells to absorb the glucose so that the glucose level in the bloodstream is maintained. Scientists conducted a study. They have taken healthy individuals with no history of diabetes and have very normal blood glucose levels and allowed them to sleep 4 hours for 6 days. And then again they have tested their ability to absorb glucose. The finding was shocking. These individuals, after sleeping for 4 hours for 6 days, have lost 40% of their ability to absorb glucose. That means at that point in time, if they would go to a doctor will immediately diagnose them as pre-diabetic. 4 hours of sleep for just 6 days, my friend. Imagine. In the same way, the damages sleep deprivation can cause to cardiovascular system is also tremendous. It increases the blood pressure, it increases the heart rate. Another interesting thing, it overactivates our sympathetic nerve system. As you know, sympathetic nerve system is in control of our stress response. So when the sympathetic nervous system gets overactive, our body tend to be always in a flight or fight mode, and this sympathetic nerve system floods our body with cortisol, which has so many bad effects when present all the time. Weight loss is a multi-billion-dollar industry these days. There are facilities claiming to have some magical machines to burn fat, some magical pills and whatnot. Our sleep has a major role to play there as well. It plays around with two hormones called ghrelin and leptin. Ghrelin is the hormone when we are hungry, it tells us you are hungry, eat. And leptin is the hormone which tells us when we are full, hey, I am full, now stop eating. And what sleep does to these two hormones? Sleep deprivation increases the level of ghrelin in the body and decreases the level of leptin. That means our body keeps saying us, I am hungry, feed me, I am hungry, feed me. And when we eat, there is no leptin to tell us, yes, you are full, now stop eating. You see how this can lead to a vicious cycle of weight gain? I hope all these examples convinced you enough to have proper sleep every single day. So in the first part of this series, we discussed how we get sleep, the circadian rhythm, suprachiasmatic nucleus and sleep pressure, and we also discussed what is REM sleep, what is non-REM sleep. In part 1, I promised that we will be discussing how sleep varies over lifespan in part 2. However, I found that it is important for us to discuss how sleep helps in preventing so many diseases. So I made that as a part 2. If you want to see a part 3 with the information on how sleep cycles varies over our lifetime, please let us know in the comment section. If you feel that sleep is an important thing which we need to focus on, leave yes in the comment section. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, and many of you who are watching this video, I know you guys are not subscribed. Please do subscribe. It means a lot to me and it helps me to develop this channel. So thank you so much for spending time with me today, and until next time.